Okay, Nick Dutch back on the camera again, blah, 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 blah. Hi there, how's it going? Yeah. Private message just come in. It says, just this week I was made aware of the huge market that incorporates eBay's metaphysical realm. From succubus spirits for US $20 to world mastery rights for US $5,000. I personally have no experience with such walk of life, so my Google search led me to you, the only channel I've been able to find with a focus on the occult. But I simply had to ask, do they work? I noticed the vast majority of them have hundreds of customers with 100% feedback. So is it that they work, and how can they maintain 100% feedback? Thanks. Well, you can maintain 100% feedback anyway on eBay. You don't necessarily have to have goods which work or which are functional. Because people can end up leaving feedback straight away the moment things are done, or maybe they could be asked by the person who is selling the item, can you please leave me some positive feedback? Now, that's obviously a bit dodgy, and I think that's just a bit dodgy. I don't feel comfortable with that myself. But some people do that, and it's just part of the nature of aspects of the market. Also, some people think that things work. All right, so let's say someone does a spell. Let's say, I could tonight do a complex, elaborate ritual tonight, okay, with candles, incense, proper altar table, ritual tools and accessories, invocation of the quarters, all that kind of jazz, summoning of a spirit, telling the spirit, go and sort out this, that, and the other. And then, hey presto, maybe in 6 months' time, there may be progress in that aspects of my life, and there may be a tendency to think that the ritual itself was directly connected to the issue being sorted out, the success arriving. But obviously, from a rational point of view or a rational occult point of view, we can't say that there is a direct connection. So the expression, do they work, we would have to say, we don't know, at best. In some cases, we would have to say, well, probably not. Now, in other cases, sometimes these things which are being sold for $5,000, as it turns out, aren't just a person burning candles and muttering a few words or whatever. They may actually be a piece of art. Okay, let's say someone gets some very good red ink. They've got tons of skills that they've built up over the past 15 years or whatever with calligraphy. And they then create on a piece of good quality parchment, which they've purchased specially for the purposes of creating a work of art, something which has a cultural connection with the ancient Egyptian religion, let's say, or traditional pagan ideas, or something of the Lesser Key of Solomon-esque idea, in which case someone might then invest a lot of faith in that, and it becomes a valuable talisman because a lot of money is being charged for it, and therefore the customer values it. And so they could be giving positive feedback for lots of other reasons, apart from the fact that they actually got, a spell which works, or they managed to achieve whatever the fuck it was as a result of the magical spell which they paid the money from. So the issue of 100% feedback is an irrelevance. Okay, because that can be for lots of different reasons, and people have beliefs and values and say, yes, these things work because I spent $20 on a candle burning in order to make sure that I would end up getting a relationship. And at that time, I found myself smartening myself up, having a shave, getting a haircut, wearing nicer clothes, getting out more, joining a dance club, getting known in my local environment. And then, hey presto, there was someone else who was looking for a relationship, and we ended up meeting up. And then you got to ask yourself whether it was the spell which made the relationship happen, or whether it was because the person was getting out there in the world. Now, it could well be that the action of having spent money on candle burning or a ceremony and so on and so forth has given that individual that extra psychological shift in the right direction to make sure that they would smarten up their appearance, get themselves down the gym, deodorize, wash, look after their personal hygiene, all these other little things, which is necessary in order to be a respectable, responsible member of society. Okay? So, the spell can, in inverted commas, work because it gives that individual the shift that they need to be able to do what's right, which would of course depend purely upon the psychology of the individual in question. It wouldn't necessarily depend upon the psychic universal forces gathering together in the right way to adjust space and time through the holographic mechanism of the universe to work upon the fourth layer of the karmic aura, thingy bob, chakra, whatever. You get my drift. Alright? When there is a result, we can't always say what's caused the result. But people will always claim results. And strange things happen, alright? Once in a while, you can do something weird and something totally unlikely and totally unexpected, which freaks you out, can happen. But from a rationalistic or a scientific point of view, there's too many questions, there's not enough answers. Okay?